What's up, collectors?
It's your man PhAtAL.
Coming to you with another video. And in this video, I'll be reviewing the
1/3 scale Katana by Prime One Studio.
Last night, if you tuned in, you saw me unbox this girl. Now in this video, I'm going to give a full, detailed review, what I think, and where do I rank her among my female statue line. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy.
I am not leaving until the daggers are destroyed. My husband seeks audience with them all.
Prime One Studio is proud to present the 1/3 scale Katana Statue from DC Comics. Katana is a sword-wielding DC character with magical weaponry. Her blade is called the Soultaker, as it steals the essence of those it slays and stores them inside. It was taken in a duel with the man who killed her husband. She has been a member of the Suicide Squad, the Outsiders, the Justice League of America, and the Birds of Prey. Sculpted and approximately 32 inches tall, crafted with a high attention to details, including the specially designed base inspired by the oriental culture. The early pre-order bonus is an additional swappable head. Tatsu Yamashiro, better known as Katana, is a fictional superheroine that appears in comic books published by DC Comics. First appearing in 1983, The Brave and the Bold, number 200, July 1983. Katana is a samurai warrior whose skill with the sword allows her to fight for justice as a superhero. All right, guys, let's get into details of this statue. Right here, you see there's a lot of attention to detail. We can look at this tattoo on her back, Japanese inspired, and very beautiful. A lot of texture in her clothing and her body armor as well. If you take a close look at the shoulder pads and the body armor, they did a great job at using the top of her blouse to cover the seam lines of where the head sculpt keys in. So it doesn't key in at the neck, it keys in at the upper chest. And I think they did a great job. The boots that she wears are like a crimson red. A lot of texturing, and there's a darker red with straps around it. And if you look into a costume, there's a lot of texture. The Japanese inspired base is outstanding, as we see a couple of close-ups here. There's a lot of weathering here, and what it looks like to be a grave right here with some Japanese writing, paying homage to a husband, I'm sure of. And this is a Japanese-inspired head cloth, and that's billowing in from the tree. And there's a light-up feature here in the base. It takes 2 AAA batteries. And here's it with the lights off to give you a sense of how it looks in the dark. Very beautiful base, a lot of texture in the base. And the character in the base is like got a dragon wrapped around him, and it's broken up into pieces. Get a good look at this unmasked portrait in low lighting, and this is the bonus head sculpt. However, they only produced one version of this, I guess after they didn't get a lot of pre-orders. So there's only 180 total of this bonus version in the world. And here's the Soul Seeker. And there's a dragon inspired on the hilt of this sword. So there's 2 swords here that you get. And a beautiful scabbard or a sheath that she holds her katana sword in. And she holds that in her left hand. Here's more close-ups of the boots. Very well done. I'm gonna get real close in here so you can see all of the attention to detail, very textured. You know, not smooth like a lot of statues, very textured. And I think that Prime 1 is just continuing to up their game. They're definitely the king of 1/3 scales. And look at the real attention to detail in the bend of the boot around the toe area where the creases are. Very, very astute attention to detail there. And you look at her body armor. Again, a close up of that back tattoo. And you can see where it keys in, but even in the back, you can see that the blouse covers those seam lines. And both of these key into the shoulder, both of the shoulder pads. And that also provides more stability for the arms to stay in place. The lipstick is done very nicely as well. And here's the other katana blade without like the dragon. I like this blade. She's holding this one with her arm straight out as opposed to the other one has her arm bent forward. But very nice attention to detail. And it's all sculpted, but it looks like metal. And if you look at her body armor, this looks like it's supposed to be, you know, like a metal inspired to cover up her breast area. And that's to protect her in battle. Same with the shoulder pads. And here's the swap out for the left hand. And again, you see the sheath. So I'll definitely have it posed with this swap out. No reason to have an open hand. The sheath looks way better. And this had the key in, this little piece like a leather strap. It had the key in under her left hand. It was kind of difficult at first because I couldn't find it, but yeah, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Again, another close-up of the dragon-inspired hilt. That's what it looks like to me, at least. The portrait is gorgeous. And here's the mass portrait. So this is the regular portrait. And the bonus was actually the unmasked portrait. Those whited out eyes. Both of the portraits are extremely beautiful. If you look up close, I had a breakage in the hair, but I glued it back on. I did reach out to Prime 1, and I'm pretty sure they're going to take care of that. But here's the portrait side by side. Very beautiful. And now, something new. The PhAtAL score. For this one, the portrait gets a 10 out of 10. It's an absolutely beautiful portrait. And it's in the top 2 in my female portraits, right along with Poison Ivy from Prime 1. High value. Is this a high value statue? Absolutely, at $1,100 with a low ES of 180 worldwide. The value is there. It gets a 10 out of 10. Accessories. Sometimes you get too many, sometimes you don't get enough. I believe with 2 katana swords and a swap out hand and 2 head portraits is just right. So I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 for accessories. Texture. As you saw the close-ups, there's plenty texture in this statue, and they've done a great job, especially in the boot area, in the armor, and the entire outfit. Just a lot of good texture. 10 out of 10. The application of paint, perfect. Didn't see any bleeding from one area to the other. So I give this a 10 out of 10 for paint. Lasting appeal. Well, Katana is not that popular of a character, but she has been around since 1983. But she's not in the top 10 of most popular DC characters. So for this statue, I'll get a lasting appeal, a 9. Okay, the sculpt. But sculpted beautifully. I haven't seen any major flaws in this statue. I did have a breakage, but I'm not going to hold that against the sculpt. I believe the scope is near perfect, so I'm giving it a 10. The concept, the Japanese-inspired base, the Soultaker Sword, the grave paying homage to a husband who was slain in battle. The concept is outstanding. I give it a 10. Originality. This hasn't been done before. This is our first 1/3 scale katana, so I'm definitely giving it a 10. Rare collectible, it's 180 worldwide, so I'm definitely giving it a 10. This is very rare. The rarity is high. So taking those 10 areas, we divide it by 10, and we give it a 9.9 for excellence. This is a near perfect statue, and I'm loving it. All right, that's it for this video, guys. This is PhAtAL the Collector. Hey, if you like this content, please leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification for upcoming content. I enjoy this, and I enjoy the community. Thank you guys again for tuning in. This is PhAtAL the Collector. God bless. Peace.